Moabit is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated parts of Berlin. It doesn't ever have the reputation of anything going on, but there are things going on. It's one of those places where you just have to look around a little bit, and there's stuff to do, and it's a good place to live, and it's one of those places where I'd consider getting an apartment because I like this neighborhood. We're at the Hauptbahnhof right now, and so it's the central train station in the very center of Berlin, and it's relatively new. Before that, it used to be known as the Hamburger Bahnhof, and it didn't look anything like you see here. So I guess Torsten's gonna talk a little bit about the architecture and some more details.
Okay. So this is not exactly the Hauptbahnhof as it was designed by the architect. The chief of the railway system of the Deutsche Bahn made some cuts from the original design just himself without talking to the architect about it, and the architect was very much pissed off about it. And apparently he originally designed a little disc-shaped rotating restaurant in one of the towers here, and he just left that out because of money issues, I guess. And another thing is they use cheaper material, and so last year there was sort of a scandal because there was a storm, and then two of these concrete what is it?
Metal poles, things
on the facade that you see. They weren't really connected as that well, and because of the storm they fell down. And that was luckily nobody got hurt, but half an hour before that there was some school children playing just there and waiting for I don't know, for their teacher to arrive. And so would that have happened half an hour earlier, we'd have a big accident, but luckily nothing happened.
Alright, we're here in the space age elevators at the Hauptbahnhof, and there's large police presence here. Don't know why that is, but I figure it's safe to shoot in here. Got a nice acoustic too. So I wanted to give a couple tips. Oh.
Obergeschoss 2, Bahnsteig 13 und 14.
Alright. Here. Take a train. But I want to give a few tips. There's a few things you should know about traveling in Berlin. And I'm not saying I advocate it or recommend you do this, but there's this phenomenon that what they call in German Schwarzfahren. And that's...
Obergeschoss 1. Übergang zu den Bahnsteigen
Schwarzfahren wie in Englisch.
16.
There really is no equivalent in English that I know of. Germans think it's writing black, but it's not. It just means not paying for your ticket when you use the public transportation, because it's not like you're going through turnstiles here. You don't need your ticket. It's not like London or New York where you put your ticket in and then it lets you in. No, you can go wherever you want. I get on any of these trains. Every once in a while, it doesn't happen that often, but every once in a while you're in a train and then these guys come out and they say, okay, Ausweis bitte, ticket please, and then everybody pulls out their ticket, and that's good. If you don't have a ticket, they take you out. They have a little metal contraption where they enter your information, and then you get a ticket, and then you have to pay that. And
it's 40 euros. So
it's 40 euros, right? And they will find you. I know.
But there are some safe times when you can.
Exactly.
When you can.
Here's what you should know. After 10:30, 11, your odds are greatly reduced that there
it's
will
like
be
a 95%.
95, 98% chance
that you won't get busted.
Right, you won't get busted most of the time. So if you don't get busted, I mean, Sundays I find is pretty good time to go Schwarzfahren. Although it's not 100% with the Sundays. I've been busted on Sundays. So
me too.
Late at night, after 10:30, in the middle of the night. At 2 in the morning, I can almost guarantee you there's nobody out there. Not that I advocate this, and if you have the money, go ahead and pay for your tickets, I'm just saying. They look a little bit tough, maybe like they're, some of them wear the Lonsdale stuff, and I'll get into that on another show. But, the guys are always carrying some sort of conspicuous purse, okay? No control will enter the train with just nothing because they need a place to put this big metal thing. So they may have a little backpack, they may have a bag. They never wear headphones. You never see them with headphones, you never see them on a cell phone. They come in pairs or 3 at a time. They'll talk to each other as they're entering the train.
Yeah, they pretend like they're friends.
They pretend like they're friends, and then here's what to look for. Before the doors close, they spread out, and you think to yourself, you see them spreading out. Why are these guys spreading out? Get off the train. I mean, there's just certain things you got to look for, and you can do it with a little bit of immunity. But it's pretty scary. Sometimes they'll be talking to another, door shut, then they separate, then they reveal their that they're the control or whatever. If you do get stopped, there is the whole playing dumb thing. You can play dumb, and this works especially if you're a foreigner. If you're a foreigner.
If you don't speak German.
If you don't speak German, whatever you do, don't speak German.
Yeah. Make it an uncomfortable situation for all of the people involved.
Right. Show them perhaps an expired ticket and explain to them in English that you didn't realize that it was expired, or you didn't realize that you had to punch it, or validate your ticket before you get in. That sometimes works. Or it could piss them off, which,
you don't know.
That's happened too. I've seen that.
You could act mentally insane as well. That's always good. They don't want to have to deal with you, and they might let you go.
Right. If you are particularly athletic, you could just run.
You could run for it, yeah.
You could just take a run, and I've seen that happen. I've seen it work. But be sure you've got that plan in your head before you get on the train. Because if you're going Schwarzfahren, you have to prepare mentally for it. There's a great phrase in German. Schwarzfahren, Geld sparen. My German teacher taught me that. And which means, drive without a ticket, save money. But again, I don't advocate this. I myself buy my ticket most of the time. Yeah, I mean, if it's morning, you pretty much have to buy a ticket. If it's, you're going home from work, whatever, it's in the afternoon, you buy a ticket. But if
late
it's
at
2
night,
a.m., you're going on a tram a couple stops, I don't know. It's a judgment call. Don't send me emails about this.